Hello, this just into our news desk. Colossatron is a massive world threat, and it's just launched onto new iOS devices. And it comes from Half-Break Studios, the makers of Fruit Ninja, Jetpack, Joyride, and quite a few other games. And let's dive right in to show you how this game plays in action. Appleandapps.com, diving in, and the game, it's an action-packed destruction game where your goal is kind of to control Colossatron so that he creates as much damage as possible. It's like a giant space worm in essence. But rather than it being like a dual-stick shooter or some type of action shooter, instead it's actually kind of a match 3 game, which is quite odd from the get-go, but once you get used to it, you see there's quite a lot of intricacies involved in that. On the most basic level, there's elements of Triple Town in that match 3 style, and then there's also elements of Death Worm, since you're controlling this space worm, trying to destroy as much as possible.
Katie Hazard is checking in from
and for the Triple Town aspect, you're gonna drag in these various objects, like that one right there. When I dragged in 3 of these red little armor points, it combined to create one bigger, more powerful. So that Triple Town style is that you're gonna match them up to create a bigger unit, and then once you create a bigger unit, you then try to create another version of that bigger unit, and once you create 3 big units, those match up for a super heavy duty. And then you create a super heavy duty unit. And again, it's all through drag and drop action. So that was the first wave.
Another city.
And you see you get Action 6 news updates as you go.
Colossatron.
And each situation is kind of based on a campaign where there's going to be different locations. And then once you complete the campaign, you can then play a survival mode where you just go for the high score, destroying. But for the campaign, you got 4 different areas to destroy to complete a location, to then unlock the next location and unlock the ability to play survival. And again, your Colossatron moves automatically, and all you're doing is waiting for these various pieces to come sliding in. And then you just swipe and drag them right. Okay, I did right there. You see the red piece right in the middle? I just made a big combination that really is offering up some destruction. And then each different colored section also has unique abilities. So the red right now is firing out lasers. The purple can send out kind of little drones, protection drones. The green is steel. The yellow has more of just turret type of gun. So you have all these different little pieces. And then the weapons change on a daily basis. There's a few different types they can switch from. So that's just an added layer of kind of intricacies into keeping them. And really your goal is to constantly watch the side of the screen for these new pieces of armor to come sliding in and then just drag them. Because the pieces will be destroyed as you go. So you're going to want to keep up with it.
Can General Mustache stop Colossatron?
Some good cash for that total.
To find out.
So there's kind of a rampage essence as well. If we go into the armory, you can see what I was talking about. How the weapons, you can unlock them permanently for the prism cores that you earn at a relatively slow pace, or you can just wait and see what they change to on a given day. Then you can level up each one, and we can back into another. So in between city stages, you see you have these different objectives, so you can reconfigure your, or you can repair them all, or you can get power up or add in a new core. We're good as let's dive in once more. And so Colossatron, it's 99 cents, it's universal for all iOS devices. And it really fits in with that half-brick idea of making games friendly for casual pick-up and play, but then deliver a lot of action, and there's quite a few subtle interests. It really depends on kind of your expectations going into the game. If you're expecting that dual-stick kind of space shooter action, then you might be a little bit disappointed. But if you just don't really have any expectations, or read the description and understand that it's more of this matching destruction, and you'll be definitely... As you can see, the screen is constantly filled with action. There's always something going on.
Colossatron is on the move!
Go back into it. By the final stage, now you're just into a point where you're trying to cause a certain number of damage. Like the first 3 stages were more about fighting particular military units that are sent by General Mustache. Now it's just about destruction. At the top of the screen you see the overall meter of where you're at on that scale. Also match up colors. So see that blue and the yellow, they turn to green. The blue and the red turns into purple. The blues are those kind of pieces that have...
It's on the move!
Colossatron, it starts moving by its own free will.
Reinforcements are inbound!
Get those tanks to the battlefront!
Now a live update from Katie Hazard.
Bombers have been deployed to deal with the threat.
Now we have some good aerial attacks going with all these stealth bombers. That's how you complete a given stage in Colossatron. Again, it's 99 cents. It's universal for all iOS devices.
Damascus, the land of strength and order, has been utterly destroyed. Can anything stop Colossatron?